All right. Shalom, Yasharallah. Okay, back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom to the Hebrew Israelites, what are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those who are scattered abroad. They look like other nations but are in fact Israelites. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone, the teacher Ruel. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, and like I said, we're back out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel of the kingdom. All right, letting people know of the prophecies about to come to pass. Okay, and the return of our Lord. His name is Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, the title of this week's lesson is what? End time prophecy. Okay, that's what the time to do. Those are the times that we're in right now. We're in the end times, and prophecy coming to pass. You know, mark of the beast, Jacob's trouble. All right, famine of the word. Which we'll actually start with that real quick. Okay, let's get Amos. All right. And we should know by now, you know, all these scriptures, man. Okay, let's get Amos 8. If I can get to it. All right, give me a second. It's Nahum, it's Haggai. All right, it's locked. Bear with me 1 second. All right, this Amos 8 and 11. It says, right, Amos 8 and 11, and it reads, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord God," whose name is Yahweh. All right, it says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water," right, "but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it." And that's what? The famine of the word. All right? That's the famine of the word, the Lord being implemented. All right? They're going to try, let's read it again, verse 12. It says, "And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, all right, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst." They'll be fainting for thirst, because it's what this word is living waters. All right? That's what it's known as. Living waters, bread. All right, come and eat, you know. So that there's going to be a famine of the word to come, all right, in the coming days, you know, which we believe during, you know, this the 2024, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. You know, we hoping that, you know, something happens, which, you know, the elder Pastor Har already says, you know, we're already in the midst of it. This is going to get much worse as we go on, man. Okay, so let's get Ezekiel 7. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 25, and it says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priests, and counsel from the ancients." It said they're going to seek a vision of the prophet. Oh, it's a recent video that brothers are doing, right? I responded to it, that elder in Vegas, Elder Karatazar, he did a video. All right, and Jake is realizing that the Hebrew Israelites, through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, has been right. And we always been right through the spirit of the Most High and His only begotten Son, right? But now Jake is realizing that, hey, they've been right, man. You know, they're starting to see, you know, they starting to know that prophets have been among them. Let's get that. Let's get Ezekiel 33. Okay. This is Ezekiel 33. I'm gonna start at verse 30, right? It says, "Also thou, son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of thy houses, and speak one to another, everyone to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh coming forth from the Lord," right? "And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people." You know, people come up, right? Or they watch videos, right? And it says what? "And they hear thy words," they hear us, "but they will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love. You know, they say shalom. You know, they give us a, you know, they say what's up. They walk past. You know, they may come up and listen for a few minutes, but then they just going about their day, right? But their heart goeth after their covetousness. You know, it says, I believe it's in the GNTRA, it says their greediness or their greed, right? Verse 32, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not, right? They hear the words that we're saying, right? People walk past, they hear us, you know, but it goes in one ear and out the other. You know, they don't, especially our people, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, those who are scattered abroad, they hear the words, but they don't care for these words, man. They want to do their own thing. You know, they're self-willed. They don't care for the words of the Lord. Like it says in Isaiah, all right, this is a rebellious people. Isaiah 30. You know, you go read that, Isaiah 30 and 8, right? Continuing on, I'll read it again, verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not. And the NLT says, you know, or the GNT, you know, says that we're entertainment to these people, right? Verse 33, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. They're going to know that prophets have been in the midst of them, man. You know? Yep. Oh, man. Jay.
I got gifted, but I know I won't finish them all. Would you like some?
What?
Strawberries. It's probably like, I think they just have excess, so they were just giving away some if you want.
Yeah, I'll take some. I'll take these.
Yeah, I have like 8 boxes.
Appreciate
Just eat them soon because they've not been in the fridge for like 2-3 hours, so they will go bad for very soon.
Okay, appreciate that. Yeah, I'll take some. Yeah, I'll take these home.
Strawberries are like my favorite, but I have too much. I forgot to finish it.
Okay.
Yep. You go ahead. I'm sorry for
That's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's the woman I talked to last time. You know, so hey, why not take it? But give me 1 second. All right. So back and read this again. Ezekiel 33 and 33 says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Now, yeah, Israel going to know that prophets have been among them, man. All right, the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, all right, preaching the truth, the 100% truth at that, have been among them, man. They out in the highways and hedges, preaching the gospel, you know, telling them what's to come. You know, and don't get me wrong, the other Israelite groups, they do the same thing. You know, IYC, ISPK, Sakari, HOI, HODC, who else? It's a Wi-Fi, Watching for Israel, okay, and other Israelite groups. They out here on the highways and hedges, preaching the word. You know, they go off sometimes, but hey, they still telling that you're an Israelite, are they not? Okay, and people don't listen to them. They look at us like we're crazy, bugged out, you know. But that's okay, man, because they're gonna know in the coming days, you know, that the men of the Lord, the prophets, have been out, and they've been you know among them. And when trouble comes, it's gonna be too late, man. You know. So now let's go to get Jeremiah, because we got the famine of the word, man. Oh, let's get 2 Samuel real quick. I gotta get that real fast. This is 1 Samuel. 1 Samuel 3. 1 Samuel 3 and 1. And it reads, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. You mean? See that? And that word precious goes into rare. All right, the word of the Lord was rare in those days. You know, there wasn't many prophets out there. See, the visions weren't as common. It was very uncommon in those days, man. That's how it's gonna be the same way. You know, when trouble comes upon this world, especially in America, Babylon the Great, and upon these people, they're gonna be looking for the vision of a prophet. They're gonna be looking for, you know, answers. Oh, Isaiah 24, right? This is Isaiah 24, and verse 7. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. And what's the merry-hearted? You know, those people who are happy. Like these people right now, they're really not happy, but deep down, you know, they show it. They say they're happy, but they're not. But it says, verse 8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. That wine is answers. You know, that we seeking answers in those times, right? There's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, and we're about to see that very soon. Like right now, we're in the times of Noah, right? People are, you know, doing what they not doing what they want. Well, yeah, doing what they want. You know, they follow that what's that called? Do what thou wilt spirit, right? YOLO. But we're in the times of Noah. In the times of Noah, they did what? Let's read it. Matter of fact, I don't want to quote it. Let's read it. This is Luke 12. Luke 12. Was it 17? Salakia. This is Luke Salak. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Luke 17. Yeah, and verse 26, and it says, "And as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man." It says, "They did eat, they drank, their married wives, they were given in marriage, unto the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all." Did you see that? So in the times of Noah, Noah's preaching. It tells you in I believe that's 1 Peter, that he was preaching the word of the Lord, man. Telling because he received that vision of the flood, you know, and he was telling the people, hey, this is what's coming. The Lord's about to bring a flood. I'm about to build this boat, right? But you know, in those times, it said it didn't rain, you know, so they thought Noah was crazy. But Noah, he continued to preach, and build that ark until the day that they felt those raindrops. And you could best believe that they believed Noah at that time. They wanted to get on that boat, but it was too late. Same way that we're doing. We're telling about the destruction that's coming, the times we're about to go through, famine, destruction, right? Bloodshed, death, all that. The destruction of America, Babylon the Great, Jacob's trouble, the mark of the beast. We're telling these people these prophecies are about to come to pass. But when they start to see them, then they want to seek answers. They're going to seek prophets of the Lord. But it's going to be too late. It's going to be too late at that time, man. You know. But while we were out here, should have got the wisdom and the knowledge from the Heavenly Father through the prophets, of course, right? So now let's get Jeremiah. Okay, let's get the Jacob's trouble. This Jeremiah 30 and verse 4. Right? See, in the heading says the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, "And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness." See, so the Lord is asking, do men give birth to children or you know, babies? Of course we know that they don't, right? What does he say? It says, "Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And we're in that time right now. We may not, you know, on a low scale. Soon it's gonna be on a large scale. You know, we're seeing all these things happen. We're seeing hurricanes. We're seeing the digital ID, the implementation of what they call it, a digital system. The money being done away with. They have digital IDs, digital money, right? That's all gonna lead to the mark of the beast, man. See that? We're seeing, you know, the trying to take away your First Amendment right, of free speech, freedom to do religion. You see? This is what the elites are planning. On the left-hand side, it's really it's the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side. See? I'll read it again, verse 7. "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. it is even the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But he shall be saved out of it. And that he is who? That he are the elect. All right, they're the elect of the nation of Israel. They're going to be saved. They're the ones going to be saved out of it. Not the whole, not everybody. Okay, not all people believe in Jesus. No, only the elect of the nation of Israel will be saved, man. And everybody else will be destroyed. See? Let's get Daniel. Daniel 12 and 1. All right. This is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1, and it reads. 1 second. It says, and at that time, Daniel 12 and 1, it says the heading is a time of trouble, right? It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, right? Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And there's gonna be a time like, it says, like a time no other, man. Jacob's trouble is gonna be like Jacob's trouble is gonna be like a time no other, right? It's gonna be greater than slavery. It's gonna be greater than, 911, right? If you know what I'm talking about. It's gonna be greater than, the bubonic plague, the Great Depression. Okay, all these wars that's happening. It's gonna be greater than all the events that happen in the history of time, man. Right? It says, and there shall be a time of trouble, which is Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And so, and really, if you can imagine it, we're speaking about it, but if it says, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. It's like a time no other, since people been on the earth. Hey, that's gonna be Jacob's trouble is like a time no other, man. I'm telling you, hey, it's not gonna anything that happened before, it's not gonna measure up to Jacob's trouble, man. So we speaking about it, but we don't know how bad it's really going to be. It says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. Then that's the elect, man. It's getting a little warm out here, But yeah, that's the elect. They're the ones who are going to be delivered. See? Now let's get what's that? Matthew. Yep. This is Matthew 24 and 21, and it reads, For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And that's the time of Jacob's trouble once again. Okay, that's the time that we're coming into, man. This is the end time. This is our end time prophecies that are about to come to pass, that are about to be fulfilled. Let's get it's pretty good. Where is it at? Yeah, second Esdras chapter 15 and verse 1 says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. See that? These words are faithful and true, man. They're gonna come to pass eventually. And they will come to pass. All right? In our time, we're going to see it live, man. We're going to be here among the people, seeing the things that's going to play out. All right, the mark of the beast, those who are still alive at that time, because it will be martyrs. Those will be put to death for this truth, right? So now, going back, let's actually read Matthew 24, since we're in it. I'll start from verse 3. Matthew 24 and verse 3, it says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, right? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and Yahushua answered unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. You got that right now. You got people who are walking around this earth believing that they're the Messiah, believing that they've been sent. And it tells us in Isaiah 47 that he will not meet us as a man. See? It says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. Or they're going to say, we've been sent by him. Right? Verse 6, and it says, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And we hear now, aren't we hearing of wars and different these wars are going to play out? Russia and Ukraine still going on. You got Iran. You got Israel. You know, going to war in the Middle East with the Arabs and the Iranians. Going to war with them, right? You got China talking about invading Taiwan pretty soon. See, and all this is gonna lead up to World War III, right? And the destruction of America. See that? Verse 6 again, and you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. It says pestilence, famines, and earthquakes. We see in different storms. We see in these hurricanes, Hurricane Helene, Hurricane Milton, and I've heard there's another hurricane behind that coming. You see? So we see an end time prophecy play out on a large scale, right? And it says, verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And this happened back then to the disciples who became apostles. This is going to happen once again. All right, Esau's going to come down with that great wrath to come upon, the prophet. They know who the prophets are, right? Got all this noise. It's all good though. Let's read it again. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So we're going to be hated. We're going to be hated, and we're hated, man. We're hated of the people of the world, right? Because we don't follow their ways. We don't follow the ways of the world. We're separate from the world. The Lord told us, hey, love not the world or the things that are in the world, man. Because the love of the world is not of the Father. If you love the world, if you love this world, the Lord hates you. You're an enemy of the Most High, man. We don't want to be enemies of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right? I did a lesson recently, earlier actually. It says rebellion or obedience. Which will you choose, right? You're going to rebel against the Lord and love this world, or you're going to be obedient and come out of the world spiritually, right? And follow the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to the best of your ability, man. See that? So, verse 9 again, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. Like I said, a lot of us are going to die for this truth, right? And you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, right? And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. We seeing that. We seeing a lot of false prophets rising up in these latter days, man. Especially among the ministry, telling you that there's no Jacob's trouble, telling you there's no mark of the beast, right? Telling you that everything's gonna be all right. Babylon, man, I'm telling you. So let's read that again. It says, verse 11, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many, right? And they're deceiving a lot of people, man. Okay, we got this flee doctrine, right? Fleeing Babylon, right? Like I said, the mark of the beast is sin, right? There's no Jacob's trouble coming, At one point they said that, but I'm pretty sure they're still saying that. I'm pretty sure Israelites still out there saying that to people, right? Verse 12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity is what? Wickedness is sin. All right? Because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. People gonna start going crazy out here. They're gonna start going in the Greek, that word cold is it says it's suko, but it's the word psycho. It looks like psycho, man. People gonna start going crazy out here, right? Especially those who are on medication. If they can't take their medication, it's gonna be this is all gonna be this is what they call it? How you say it? This is gonna be terrible out here, man. It's gonna be civil war, right? Race wars. That's what we're about to see in this country, right? It says, but verse 13, it says, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved, right? He that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. We're praying and hoping that, we endure to the end, man. And we get to see Yahushua coming back, right? And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come, right? And that's happening. Why? How? Right now, through the internet. All right, Psalms 19. That's the internet scripture. See? So let's actually go over here to Matthew. Let's go back to the Apocrypha. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'll read verse 1 again. It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Right, the people that come up against us, that mock and that scoff. We don't care about you, man. We out here for the elect, and we are for the believers, right? We're not here for all people to be saved. It's like, yeah, we're not out here for all people to be saved, man. We are here for the elect, and through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they repent, right? Verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. That's what's about to come upon this place. All right, hey, Yahweh Shem Yahushua to your household. All right, you brothers coming in, okay? Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. You see that in that port strike, which they agreed on something, right? That could have led to a famine, man. You see, which famine is gonna happen. It's gonna play out, right? It says famine, death, and destruction. You about to see death and destruction in these latter days, right? Verse 6, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. How's that happening? Through the rulers. That's how wickedness is being spread throughout all the earth, right? You got the Mo agenda. If you don't know what Mo is, homosexual agenda, the trans movement, right? all this wickedness, man. Your child at a young age can change his gender, right? The man is under the woman now. The women are masculine, right? This is Babylon. Babylon means what? Confusion, right? Verse 6 again, for wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And that's that's us, man. All right, we're out here sighing and crying to the Lord, man. Right? It says, where I'm at, verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. It says, behold, my people is as a flock to the slaughter. And who's the Lord's people? The Israelites, right? Brother had a precept. It says, verse 10 again, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. What's the land of Egypt? All right, it's spiritually, Revelation 11 and 8. All right, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. We see how this, this is Sodom, okay? Because, that Mo agenda, right? Revelation 17 and 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, what's scarlet color? It's red, going back to who? Esau, right? And it says, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Salakia. Didn't mean that. Having a golden cup in her hand, in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. Right, the water, brother. And that's talking about America, man. See, if you read this real quick, since you put that up, let's get Nahum. Right now, Nahum was speaking about ancient Nineveh, but America also known as what? America is also known as Nineveh, right? Get that real quick. This is Nahum 3:1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots. The horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear. And there was a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses. And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts." And that's America, man. Today, back then that was ancient Nineveh, right? But today that's talking about America. You see, they're selling nations through their whoredoms, through their witchcrafts. All right, making them follow the Mo agenda. Going to their countries and saying that having what they call it, women's liberation, women's rights, right? In other countries, the women, they follow the men. You see, now they're bucking up. Saying that women can be free, they can do what they want. This is what America does, man. Through the power of the elites, and that's why it's gonna be destroyed. You see? So going back. All right, the water for that precept, brother. Okay, going back. Revelation, 2 Esdras 15:10 again. "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." And this is the ancient Egypt, but not ancient Egypt. This is America, the spiritual Egypt. Verse 11, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." What's these plagues? These plagues are what? The nuclear missiles coming, right? That could be also the nuclear missiles, but the things that the Lord's going to bring upon this world. All right, famine, death, right? The sword and destruction. Verse 12, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation." Verse 14, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." And that's what? That's civil war right there, man. See? Let's read that one more time. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right? You're going to see a civil war out here very soon. Right? You're going to see race wars, civil war. There's going to be political wars. And that sword is what? This sword is the modern day guns, man. People going to be dying out here. People be dying from death, famine, destruction, all types of shit, man. Right? Verse 16, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings or princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." You see that? Sedition is what? Sedition is rebellion, an uprising against who? The government, man. That's what we're about to see out here. Your kings, your nobles, not the nobles, your high-ranking officials in the government, your mayors, your governors, okay? In verse 17, "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." Why? Because of what's going on out in these streets, man. Right? Jacob's trouble. That's what we're about to see. Okay? Right? We set up. What are you gonna set up? Troops in the streets. Gonna set up martial law. Okay? Let's read that one more time. Revelation. I'm talking Revelation. 2 Esdras 15:17. "A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able to go into a city." Can't go to the next city over. Go to your grandmother's house or your grandfather's house. You'll go see your father somewhere. Why? Because be gonna set up martial law in the streets. Right? You gotta be in the house by a certain time. Right? Yeah, in 2 16:17. "Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days?" Right? That's the prophet Ezra saying that. In these days to come, it's gonna be a terrible, man. Total. It's gonna be hell in the streets, man. That what we're about to see. Right? continuing on, it says, verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. People gonna be afraid out here, man. Right? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation because of the lack of bread. All right, the lack of bread is what? People gonna go crazy out here, man. People don't eat for 4 days. Hey, I'll say an hour. You know, with these people, they don't do no fasting, let alone intermittent fasting. You know, that's when you fast for a couple hours, right? But a whole day, nah, they ain't doing that, man. You know, that's why us ourselves are getting ready for that time to go a couple of days, maybe 2-3 days without eating, man. You know, but the Lord's gonna take care of us regardless. It tells us that in Isaiah 65:13, the servants of the Lord shall eat, man. Lord willing, we up that number. We are the servants of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right, and when we hope it and praying that he gives us that hedge of protection in those days, right? Because the times that's coming, man. You know, you can't be able to take care of yourself, man. You gonna need Yahweh Shem Yahushai on your side, right? Salakia. I read it one more time. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, man. They're gonna be invading one another, right? Breaking and entering, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. With these, they gonna have guns on them, having, making groups, forming groups together, right? And spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation because of the lack of bread, man. Because of the lack of food. That's what famine is. It's a scarcity of food, man. But when you finally go into these stores, into your Walmarts, into your Sam's Club, you gonna see these shelves are gonna be empty, man, right? Or half empty. No water, no food, right? People are gonna be getting toilet paper and towels to take care of themselves, man. See? Matter of fact, let's get this over here. Let's get this right here. This is Jeremiah, all right? Jeremiah 19 and Jeremiah 19:9, and it says, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and they shall eat they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege, and straightness wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. This is in the siege, man. You know what a siege is? Could a brother put up what the word siege means? Okay, that's what they did in Rome when the Israelites were in the land. They made a siege, right? And they cut off the supply, the food and the water, man. Let's read that again. It says, Jeremiah 19:9, and I will cause them to eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters. It says, and they shall eat every one the flesh of his friend in the siege, and straightness wherewith their enemies, and they that seek their lives shall straighten them. See that? So people gonna be eating each other, man. Especially these women that got kids. You're gonna have them for a meal, not a meal ticket, but a meal, a full course, 5-star, all right, meal, man. Let's get Deuteronomy. That's in the curses, right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 28 and verse 57. And toward her young one, I'm gonna start at 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not have ventured to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for her delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children, which she shall bear. For she shall eat them for one of all things, secretly in the siege and straightness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee in thy gates. You see that? That's in the curses, man. That the woman will eat their own children, right? Men may take place in that too, because these men today, they worship the woman of today, they want to worship the ground they walk on, Right? That's that same spirit, man. See that? So going back over here. Okay. That's what the family's gonna do to these people. Hey, the water. Brother put up he put up that siege. It says a military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or building, cutting off essential supplies with the aim of compelling the surrender of those inside. The water, brother. Let's read that again. A siege is what? A military operation in which enemy forces surround a town or building, cutting off essential supplies. What's those essential supplies? Food, water. All right. These women out here, they're gonna need their their feminine products to keep them clean, right? That's essential supplies for the people, right? With the aim of compelling the surrender of those inside. They want those to surrender, to bow down. That's what they're gonna do in these times to come. They're going to surrender to the new world order, right? And brother put up Lamentation 4:10. The hands of a pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. They were their meat. They were their food, man. They were their meal. That 5-course dinner, right? That's what we're going to see again in these days, man. Okay. So going back, okay. Where's we at? 2nd Esdras 15. I'm going to continue to read. It says, behold, verse 20, said the Most High, I will call together all the kings of the earth to reverence me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and from Libanus, Salakia, to turn themselves one against another, and repay the things that they have done to them. Like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also, and recompense in their bosom, saith the Lord of power. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire has gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. People gonna be dying out here, man, by nuclear destruction, by that fire. The elder Apostle Kabar, I was watching a video he did earlier. He was saying stones of fire, man. Because those are stones gonna be hitting America. Because when a harlot, because America's known as a harlot, right? In a law, if your daughter plays a harlot, you will set her on fire or you will stone her. So America is that harlot. So it's gonna be set on fire and with those stones, man. Those stones of fire, man. You see that? Right? So going forward, the fire is going forth, which is what? Those ICBM missiles. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners. Who are the sinners? The Israelites, because they're the only ones who can sin. Because sin is what? Transgression of the law. And the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin, and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. He gonna deliver you sinners, unto death and destruction. You so-called, you Negroes, you Latinos, you West Indians, Haitians, Native Americans, Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, right? He's gonna deliver you to the slaughter, man, right? To death and destruction if you don't repent, right? It says, verse 27, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him, because you have sinned against the Lord, man. See? Verse 28, behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, whereof the nations of the dragons of Arabia. Now this is going to World War III is about to play out. It says, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia are the Ishmaelites, shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. And these chariots are what? Their military power, right? Their tanks, their what do they call those? Their military vehicles, right? Their rocket launchers, all these things that they have, man. And it says, verse 30, Also the Carmanians, which are who? The Iranians today, right? Also the Carmanians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians, which Assyrian is also known as America, man. All right? So World War III is about to play out. You know? That's another end time prophecy. Let's go into that a little bit. Okay? Let's see Revelation. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 16. Salakia. Revelation 16 and verse 15. It says, behold, I started at 12, matter of fact. Revelation 16 and 12, and it reads, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophets. These are the three city states. All right. The mouth of the dragon. That's Salakia. I saw I'll read it again. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. All right. The false prophet is you know, the Pope, the Vatican. Right. Well, that's the religious power. See, and London, England. That's another. Is Washington D.C., London, England, and the Vatican, which is in Rome. Okay, these are the three cities. The three unclean spirits like frogs. Which Washington D.C. is a military power, right? The Vatican, that's the religious power, and the London is the monetary. You know, the monetary power. You know, the financial, right? Verse 14. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. And your garment is the truth, man. See? Let that go past. Right, your garment is this wisdom and knowledge and the understanding of the Bible, man. Right, this is your garment. This is what will keep you. It says what? Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. You're gonna walk naked without it, without this truth, without this knowledge, this wisdom. You're naked, man. And he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is in the Hebrew is Harmageddon, and that's World War III, man. All right. And that's where they're gonna that's where that battle's gonna take place. Right? I'll read this. Verse 17, and the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven, and the throne saying, it is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings. And there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. Why is it a great earthquake? This is coming from what? The nuclear missiles, man, being shot off and hitting America, Babylon the Great, creating a great earthquake in the earth, right? I'll read again. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city, that great city is what? America. Okay, and the great city was divided into three parts, and the cities of the nations fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before the Heavenly Father, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about a weight of a talent. About a weight of a what? About a weight of a talent. And men blasphemed the Most High, because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. And that's what? Those nuclear missiles, man. Go on Google, right? And type in the weight of a talent. Okay? And it'll show you what it looks like. It's like a big boulder. That's the weight of a talent. Now open another tab, right? I'm telling you what to do, right? I'm telling you what to do now. Okay, so listen. Go on Google, right? Open a tab on Google and then type in a weight of a talent and go to images. Now when you do that, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabrak, a thumb to your household. Okay? Now when you do that, all right, you're gonna go open another tab and open and type in the weight of a talent. See? Not weight of a talent. You're gonna type in nuclear or atomic bomb and compare them. That's that weight of a talent right there. See? So let's go Joel 3 and 9. What? Jake, man. I'm gonna keep staring at him. Trying to get it. Give me 1 second. Joel 3 and 9. Now I don't want to come up. All right, Salakia. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse. Remember, I'm starting from the top. Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, which is who? Judah and Israel, right? And it reads, verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is what? Yahweh in the Hebrew. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, right? Israel, right? Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah. And what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? If you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might be removed, so like that ye might remove them far from their border. Right, and that's what they did. They removed us far from our, where's our border? It's in the homeland of Israel. That's where we belong. That's our border. But now we're in a strange land, right? America. And throughout all, we're scattered throughout all the lands in the world, man. Right? It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them. Woo, that's powerful. Let's read it again. Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah. They shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people afar off, for the Lord hath spoken it. You see, so we're gonna get revenge on these nations, man. See, verse 9. This is the point. This is going to World War III. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, or Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, and their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. The day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision, man. In the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, which means what? Yahweh's judgment. The brother put a precept up. Salvation of the elect. What are they talking about? Salvation of the elect. All right, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat. Obadiah 1 and 15 NLT. The day is near when I, the Lord Yahweh, will judge all godless nations, as you have done to Israel, so it will be done to you. All your evil deeds will fall back on your own heads. Right? just as you swallowed up my people on my holy mountain, so you and the surrounding nations, which is talking about Esau, will swallow the punishment I pour out on you. Yes, all you nations will drink and stagger and disappear from history, which only Esau, they're the only ones who are going to be done away with, man. The water for that precept, brother. See that? So because they took us into slavery, the Lord's going to do the same to them. But with Esau, they're going to be in slavery for 1,000 years. After that 1,000 years done with, the Lord's going to round them up. He's going to be done. He's going to do away with them, man. See? But Joel 3, that goes in World War 3, man. World War 3 is going to play out. All right, that's another end time prophecy that's going to play. World wars and rumors of wars. Okay, and then also the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, and the mark of the beast. And we'll get that, Lord willing. Matter of fact, let's get this right here. This is Jeremiah chapter. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, Jeremiah 51:25. It says, "Behold, I am against the old destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks. It will make thee a burnt mountain." The Lord is going to make thee a burnt mountain. It says, "And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundations, but they shall be desolate forever, saith the Lord. Set you up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations." Right? "Prepare the nations against her, call together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, many in Ashkenaz." Ararat is what? Ararat is Turkey. Okay? I believe many is today's Armenia. That's somewhere, I believe, somewhere in the Middle East region. All right? And it says in Ashkenaz, right? "Appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up against Salakia. Cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes." Right? Who the Medes today? The Medes are the Russians. Right? If you go to Revelation 13, it talks about the bear. Right? That's that bear, man. Right? "Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant." See that? And let's read this, verse 30. "The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken." The men of Babylon have forborne to fight, man. You know, that's the army, man. The army, the army is weak now. Well, somewhat, because they're still one of the strongest militaries in the world. But nobody wants to fight for this country, man. All right, this country is over. It's done with. It's going down the drain. Woo! Going down the drain, man. Down the toilet bowl, right? Let's get Ezekiel 38. Gog and Magog. Matter of fact, before we read that, let's go to Revelation 20. Okay? Revelation 20 and verse 7. Right? This is when Esau was let out of that prison, out of those caves. They came down out of the caves, right? And they like Malachi 1:4, it says what does it say? Roughly, I'm roughly paraphrasing it. They're gonna build up again, right? Then they came back through the Renaissance period. So this is Revelation 20:7. "And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. It shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven, and devoured them." Woo! Salaki, give me 1 second. Oh. All right, we're straight. Do that again. Ezekiel 20:7, it says, and when the 1,000 years are expired, right, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. Who's Satan? Satan is the what? The so-called white man, Esau, Edom. That's who Satan is. There's a spiritual demon Satan, but there's also a physical Satan on the earth, right? And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, right? Russia. To gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about, and the beloved city. And fire came down from the Most High out of heaven and devoured them. You see? So through the Russians, right? Gog and Magog, World War III is going to start, right? Now let's go back to Ezekiel 38. And they're going to take down America. They're going to take down this beast system, and they're going to take down the land of Israel, which unlike America, Israel will be built back up. You know, but Ezekiel 38 and verse 1. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. The Lord is against them. All right? He's going to use them, but he's still against these people. Our Revelation, brother got a precept. Revelation 11:14 AMP. The second woe is past. The second woe is past. Behold, the third woe is coming quickly. The water, brother. I should have read those too. Matter of fact, put a Revelation, I think that's 9, I believe 12. Revelation 9 and 12 or 2. Revelation 9 and 12 as well. I think that's where it's at. Talk about the first woe, World War I and World War II and World War III. The first two came to pass already, but the third is about to come quickly, and we seeing that, man. We're reading it right now. Verse 3, and say, Thus said the Lord Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back, and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right? Verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, which Persia is Iran today. Our Ethiopia is Cush, okay, and Libya is what? It's northern Africa, right? Gomer and all his bands, which is that, I believe that's Turkey. No, Gomer is I think that's Germany. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah, which is Turkey, of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. Right, let's get that Revelation 13. You're going to be a guard unto them. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, which the sea is what? Multitude, peoples, multitude, nations, and tongues. Right? Having 7 heads and 10 horns. We know what the 7 heads are. The 7 heads are the Greeks, the Romans, Germanic Major, Germanic Minor, the French, the Spanish, and the British. Those are the 7 heads, right? And the 10 horns. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like and the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, because this beast system started with the Greeks. I started with Alexander the Great. You can read that in the 1st, 2nd Maccabees, right? And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, right? Which were the Greeks. And the feet were as the feet of a bear. That bear is talking about Russia. It's talking about Russia, right? You go to the word bear. It's the Greek word arctos, or is it arctos, right? But you go to the I believe it's arctos. But you go into the root word of that. It's the Greek word is I think it's archeo, and it means a guard, right? So Russia's gonna be a guard unto these other nations, right? And they're gonna you see in prophecy, Iran and Russia are getting tighter, right? Their alliance is getting stronger. You got also China, I believe that's with Russia, and North Korea. You see. I don't think North Korea is a part of it, but I believe China's a part of it as well. No, but I know Iran, because that's prophecy. Iran and Russia, they're a part of that alliance is getting stronger, man. There was an article I saw, but I believe that Russia It's sending nuclear missiles to Iran. Nuclear weapons, right? So let me write that. Let's go back. It says, verse 7: Be thou prepared, and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. You see, they're gonna be a guard unto them, man. You see. It says, after many days thou shalt be visited. In the latter years thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they shall dwell safely, all of them. That's talking about the land of Israel, man. See, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou and all thy bands, and many people with thee. You see that? Many people with thee. What's that many people? The kings of the earth, and who we just read. The Iran, Persia, right? Ethiopia. I said Iran, Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, Gomer, Togarmah, and other nations, man. You see? So the Lord is mostering up the whole setup. Let's get that. Matter of fact, Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah 13:1. It says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift you up a banner upon the high mountain. Exalt the voice unto them. Shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of the nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the hosts of the battle. That's the Lord is doing, man. He's mustering the hosts of the battle, man. He's getting this thing stirred up for World War III to come. The World War III to come to pass, But we know before that comes, what has to come before that? What has to be implemented? The mark of the beast. Now let's get into that. All right, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna break that down. This is all end time prophecy, man. Okay, so you can't say you didn't know, you didn't hear this stuff. No, you heard of it, but you didn't pay no attention. You looked at us like we were crazy. You heard us, you walked past, but you paid no mind to it. You want to go celebrate Halloween, you want to celebrate Christmas and Thanksgiving and shit, right? But hey, to each his own. Revelation 13:16, right? This is the mark of the beast. This is the physical implant. Okay, this is not sin. This is not spiritual. The mark of the beast is physical. All right, I want y'all to hear that loud and clear. The mark of the beast is a physical implant. Okay, it's an RFID chip. If you take it, you will be destroyed. You will be burnt. You will be burnt by way of nuclear destruction, nuclear fire. All right. Revelation 13:16, and he caused them all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. And that word mark in the Greek is what? Charagma, and it's a stamp and imprinted mark, man, showing that it's physical. It goes back to the Hebrew. I keep saying Hebrew. It goes back to the Greek word karax, which is sharpened to a point, man. Okay. This is the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Okay, it's not sin. It ain't spiritual. Okay, it's not sleeping with white women. It ain't Christianity. All right, it's not sending all those forms of religious or political. It's none of those things, man. Okay, you got Israelite groups telling you that you need to get far away from them, man. They are false prophets. I don't care what you say. All right, you guys out there who want to stick up for these groups. All right, for them going off on a major prophecy, one of the major prophecies coming to pass. Man, you ain't nothing, man. All right, you ain't nothing. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't shit. Say it like that, right? Revelation 13:16. He calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. That word forehead is what? In the Greek is metapon. I keep saying Hebrew. The root word is meta. See? But it's met upon your forehead, between the eyelids. See? And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Without it, you can't buy or sell. right? You can't be in society without that mark. You can't go to the store and buy groceries. That's what they're going to do. They're going to make this into a digital. They're going to bring the what? The CBDCs, all right, which the apostles and the elders always tell us that there's going to come a time where we're going to have to use that CBDC. The CBDC is not the mark of the beast, okay? I repeat, the CBDC is not the mark of the beast. All right, it's going to be like on some type of credit card, all right? But we're going to have to use that, you know? But when they start to say, okay, we're going to start to use it, we're going to put it under the skin, when they cut into your hand, that's the mark of the beast. When they start to cut into your hand and put that mark in you, man, right? But the CBDC, they may give you into like a form of a card or something, right? That's not the mark of the beast. We will be having to use that though, all right? So it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, 306, which is 666. All right, and that's the numeral code. That's the numeral code when they put that mark in you. So when you take it, you're taking you're worshiping the image and the beast, and have the number of his name all in one. You're gonna need it to buy and sell. And there's many videos that we do on it, man. Okay, let's get Revelation 16. Let's get Revelation 16 and 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, "Go your ways, pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth." And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. How's that sin or spiritual, man? You see, how can you get a sore from now sin is transgression of the law, right? Which tells us in Romans that I think, let's get that, Romans, I think that's 6, right? Oh, the wages of sin is death, the Wadi Habashim Shah, right? The wages of sin is death. And sin is what? Transgression of the law. Meaning what? The law is still it's not done away with, man. It still holds weight. Right? I think that's in Romans, right? When Paul was talking to the women, I think that's Romans 7. Romans 7 and 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how that the law has dominion over a man as long as he lives. So as long as we live, you know, the law is still over. The law still have dominion over us, man. Which means what? You still have to follow it. You Christians out there who want to eat pork and shrimp. You want to commit adultery. You want to steal. You want to lie. Okay, that's we still are under the law. Now we can't keep the whole law to the best of our. We can't keep the whole law 100%, but we keep it to the best of our ability. We follow the Sabbath. All right, we do the high holy days if we can. Right, we don't commit adultery. We don't sleep with other men's wives. All right. We ain't mows. We don't promote that lifestyle. We don't cut our hair. We don't get trimmed up. We ain't lined up. All right. And there's many other things, man. You know. So we keep the law to the best of our ability, right? We can't keep it 100%, but the law is not done away with. You see. And in the law, let's actually go to that because it ties in with the mark of the beast somewhat. Leviticus 19 and 28. It says, "Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai." That word marks in the Hebrew is kwai, and it goes into an incision, imprintment, all right, a tattoo or a mark. That incision is what they're going to do. That's what incision means. What a cut or a slit or a cut in the flesh. That's what an incision is, man. All right. So when they give you the mark of the beast, they're gonna cut into your flesh, all right, to implement the chip, all right, to implement the micro seed, man. And you go to the neural. That's the same thing. That's the mark of the beast as well. All right, the brain implant. You see, so that's what they coming with, man. Then this is what end time prophecy. You see, this is what we going through. Let me see something real quick. My phone about to die. I gotta wrap it up early this time, but. I'll read one more. Okay? Let's close out on this. So Lord, let's edify to you brothers and sisters out there that watch. This is 2 Thessalonians, if I can get it. Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. This man Esau Edom, the so-called white man, started with the top beliefs. They want to play the role of God on earth. You see, by putting that seed into your temple, because your temple is your body, man. It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, which who are the wicked? We know who the wicked are. Esau Edom. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Going back to that blessing, man. All right, they'll have the fatness of the dew of heaven and of earth. They'll live by the sword, man. You see, and through their different empires, all right, which now they fulfilled that blessing. In this one, in America, they have the fatness of the earth, right? That they live in the best places, right? They're not troubled like men are, like we are, right? For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, right? Which is Esau Edom. Even him whose coming is at the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, for they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. You see that? It says that the truth, that they all might be them who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. And that's our people, man. They have pleasure in unrighteousness, man. You see that? So we're in end time prophecy right now, and all things that we're seeing right out in the world is about to come to pass, man. What did Yahweh Shai say? Look at this last one. So, hey, let's read this though. Brother got a precept. Hey, he put the same one I put up. Strong definition for Kwai. Yep, the water, brother. From the same H6 6970, an incision or gash mark. See that? 2 Thessalonians 2:9 NLT. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. Woo! See that? Let's read that one more time. NLT. This man will come to do the work of Satan, right? With counterfeit power and signs and miracles. See that? Psalm 37:28 AMP. For the Lord delights in justice and does not abandon his saints, right? Faithful ones. They are preserved forever, but the descendants of the wicked will in time be cut off. The water, brother, for that precept. Okay? Let's get this in Luke real quick. And I'll end it off. All right, Luke 21 and 34. And it reads, it says, take heed to yourselves, lest any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on them that dwell on the earth, that dwell on the face of the whole earth. That's at what? That First Thessalonians chapter 5. The day of the Lord is like the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye might be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. You know, we're praying and hoping that we're counted worthy, man. I want to give Mark real quick. Mark 13 and verse Mark 13 and verse 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, nor of the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son, but the Father. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants, and every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. And we're those servants, man. All right, we're the servants of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? It says, and gave authority to his servants, and to every man his work, which is what? The talent. right, occupied till he comes. And commanded the porter to watch. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at night or at midnight, at even, or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. All right, we gotta be watchmen now, and we're the true watchmen of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay, so I'm gonna end off there. All right, Lord willing, this was edifying to you brothers and you sisters out there. We don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone that teach in Ruel. Peace and salutations to you, the hopeful elect. All right, Lord willing, this is edifying to you brothers and sisters out there, and to water for you brothers that put up precepts. All right, Lord's will was edifying. Till next video, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwame Asherallah, Wa Ababa. Shalom until next time.